Tonight, the Prime Minister of Slovakia, Robert Fico, is in critical condition following a shocking assassination attempt early this morning. CBS's Charlie D'Agata has the dramatic video.
The Prime Minister has been a divisive figure in the Eastern European country of around 5.4 million people. The populist leader of a NATO ally whose pro-Russian, pro-Putin stance brought him to power for a third time. He has stood firm against sending more weapons to Ukraine. Tonight, the Slovak defense minister called for calm.
What's happened? It's a political assault. It's absolutely clear. And we have to react on that.
This is another one. They caught another body, y'all. Whoever they is. They caught another. I'm not going to do the, because I don't want to link it to the classic. It is them, though, isn't it? I can't get that. Every time I say the word they, I'm always thinking about that clip, man, because I've been watching it. I'm talking about, if you don't know what the reference, it's the Timcast where Ye was there and how it fell apart. But let's go to Mike Benz. Mike Benz was on Timcast. This is one of my favorite episodes of Timcast. This episode was so good. Luke was on there. Oh, it was fire. I think Seamus was on this one too. What an episode. Can you believe that? Tim Pool, Luke Rakowski, Seamus, and then Mike Benz. Let's go.
They basically indicted the entire inner circle around that period.
So Robert Fico just got right there in front of everybody, right there, close range, took 5, it looks like, right to the chest or wherever, real close. 5. And then I'm linking it to other figures, even Netanyahu, who I'm no fan of, but Netanyahu used to be cool with Trump. That's problematic. The mainstream media has never forgiven him for that. So it's him and others that are wrapped up, to me, in what looks to be a hell of a coincidence.
They basically indicted the entire inner circle around that period in January. And, you know, this is sort of happening around the globe in democracies, at least around NATO now, where it's becoming shockingly common practice to just ban your opposition party. And, you know, Imran Khan's arrested, Bolsonaro, they arrested Marine Le Pen, they arrested Salvini. Every populist leader.
Sound familiar? Sound like the U.S. The dub is off. I did this on my old phone where it always messed up the dub. But you can hear what he's saying. This sounds familiar. They're going after Trump. All BS, every case falling apart.
There seems to be an immune system with the foreign policy establishment that when a populist leader rises to power for the interests of the people who live there, rather than the interests of the international, you know, assets that they hold or resources or investments, then there is a sort of immune system within the Justice Department or within the national security state to use dirty tricks to take them out. And
it's kind of been, that's what we're seeing with Elon Musk in Brazil as well. So we're seeing this all over the place. I mean, this is commonplace. What he's saying is these people who are inconvenient to certain narratives, they all find themselves in legal problems. They just happen to.
No, there's been no adaptation in the past several years on the populist side. I mean, you can see,
or worse, not legal problems, or they get Shinzo Abe'd.
Sentiment rising. But what is there to protect Matt Gaetz when he runs for governor if he starts to win? I mean, you can easily imagine, you know, Merrick Garland taking him for something. The FBI went after Gaetz just recently.
Already. And
yep. FBI already going after Gaetz. I don't know if that's accurate or not. They haven't really done much with it. And what's going to happen with Carrie Lake? I mean, she looks like she's strong in Arizona right now, but we'll see what happens there. They could come hem up. I think they already did press. They went after Carrie Lake, I believe. I haven't covered that, but I have to look at that. I don't know how serious that is. But you see the pattern that we're seeing here. To me, I mean, it's hard to ignore it. I mean, you got to look at it. I did a little bit of a write-up. Let me go ahead and share my screen on that so I just have something to share. I don't have any B-roll, so let's look at it together. This is a little write-up through ChatGPT. And I said, hey, here's my thoughts on this and put this together. On May 15th, 2024, Slovakian Prime Minister Robert Fico was critically injured in an assassination attempt. Fico, an outspoken critic of Western policies in Ukraine, and the WHO's WHO's pandemic treaty was got multiple times while meeting supporters in Handlova. His condition remains critical as he receives urgent medical treatment as of the time of this writing. Historical context, targeting of dissenting leaders. There seems to be a pattern. This incident shows to me that there's a pattern. Donald Trump, obviously we know what's going on with him. I'm not even going to break that down. All started with the 8/8. I remember that date implanted in my brain. August 8th, 2022. Donald Trump got his Mar-a-Lago residence raided by the FBI. Benjamin Netanyahu, former Israeli, he is Israeli Prime Minister, has been embroiled, he was former, now is back, embroiled in multiple legal cases, including charges of bribery, fraud, breach of trust. Netanyahu, who served as Israel's longest-serving prime minister, has constantly claimed these charges are politically motivated, and they're trying to move him up out of there. You just watch all the people who are Zionist, pro-Israel, they want him out of there. That's, I think, part of the reason why October 7th could have happened, potentially, allegedly. Shinzo Abe, which is kind of funny, they put the last name first, it's Abe Shinzo. We did a live when that happened. The late Japanese, he was cool with Trump, too. Yeah, but you gotta watch your back if you're cool with Trump. The late Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe was unlived on July 8th. Wow, that was right before the raid. I forgot that. On July 8th, 2022, during a campaign speech, Abe's, in that country doesn't even, they have very strict gun laws. It was a homemade gun. Abe's unliving shocked the world and highlighted the risks faced by prominent leaders. His policies often sparked controversy. He was a nationalist, especially his efforts to revise Japan's pacifist constitution, which drew both national and international criticism. We're seeing he didn't want war. He wanted what's best for his people. Jair Bolsonaro, former Brazilian president, faced legal challenges and intense criticism for his handling of the pandemic, his environmental policies regarding the Amazon rainforest, and allegations of corruption. Bolsonaro's, they called it divisive. You can say that they call Trump divisive. Is that really true? Rhetoric and policies made him a target for both legal and political attacks. Marine Le Pen, French politician Marine Le Pen, leader of the National Rally Party, has faced legal scrutiny over allegations of misusing European Parliament funds. Le Pen, known for her far-right views, and she's not even really that far-right, whatever that means. An anti-EU, she definitely has an anti-EU stance, has been at odds with the mainstream political establishment in France and Europe. She did not win. Remember that race? Steve Bannon was really, I don't know if he went over there to campaign with her, but he was really on with her. But she has faced legal scrutiny. Matteo Salvini, Italian politician, Matteo Salvini, leader of the League Party, has faced multiple legal challenges, including charges related to a strict immigration policy. You see how this all, they might all be on a different spectrum. They're not all populists, but you see there's a nationalism, anti-immigration, anti-war, or handcuffs. Analyzing the pattern, the consistent pattern of targeting leaders who challenge the established order raises critical questions. Are these legal and physical attacks merely coincidental? Or do they signify a broader strategy to eliminate dissent? The political, legal, and physical assaults on these leaders suggest a concerted effort to neutralize influential figures who oppose powerful global narratives. Here's some questions. Why do leaders who challenge the mainstream narrative often face such severe ends, eliminations, and threats, legally or otherwise? Is there a coordinated effort to discredit and eliminate these influential voices? It's very important to eliminate and scare others from being influential in a way that they don't want them to be influential, whoever they is. Maybe we should ask George Stephanopoulos, maybe it's the deep state that he so loves, the patriots in the deep state. How does the media portrayal of these leaders influence public perception and their political fate? Let me know what you think. Am I linking Am I just linking stuff? I know you look at, I didn't even include all the leaders who were under trouble or got unlived by objects protruding from their neck and all kinds of stuff. Let me know. Am I off base? That's basically the show. It's like I look at this, I ask questions, and then I ask you all, do I have legitimacy? Do my concerns have legitimacy? Keep me honest.
Middle MAGA.